Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is my first video and I have come up with a very interesting SQL interview question. Uh, this kind of question is asked in a lot of interviews and people tend to falter, people tend to get scared just by seeing the question and they're unable to answer it, but I'm here to help you. So the question, this is a very common type of question and the question is that you have a set of numbers given in consecutive orders and you have to find those numbers that repeat either 3 or more than 3 times. Okay, so this is the input and this is how the output looks like. Okay, you can clearly see 1 is repeated thrice, so I said 3 or more than 3 times, so 1 will come. Then 2 isn't repeated, it's only there once. Then again 1 is there, but this isn't repeated, so I won't take it again. Then again 2 is repeated twice, so I won't take it again. So the end result will be only and only 1. Okay, there is a different approach to it and I would show that in a moment. So the question that is asked usually is write a query to extract all the numbers that repeat continuously more than once. And this is the kind of table that you have. I have given the table name T1, table 1, and I'll proceed with it. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a CTE with CTE as select this one, and then I'll just use a window function lag and lag the number according to the over order by ID. I'll order them by ID column as lagged. I mean, you can name the column anything, but I have decided to name it lagged. And then I'll move forward. If I run this query, select star from CTE, I'm gonna get the lagged column. So this one is lagged by 1 row. Since this didn't have a previous number, so it shows null in the lagged column or in the new column. So now you may ask, how do I handle this null? Okay, simple way, you need to repeat. There is another parameter that lag function takes in, that is you can add the same num if it is not there. So if I run it again, so yeah, the number that number in the num gets here because there was null, and since it was null, I can take this number as default in my first entry in the lagged column. Okay, so moving forward, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make, for the sake of understanding, I will introduce a lot of CTE and please bear with me. This is for the sake of your understanding and I hope that will be helpful. So I'm gonna make another CTE and this time I'm gonna subtract the lagged function from the num column. Okay, or the other way around, you can do it either way, but the logic should be same. So I'm gonna do lagged minus num as difference. Okay, so this will be my new column, and then I'm gonna run the program, the code again, comma, select star from, this time I'm running from a CT2. So whoops, oh, CT2, yeah. So this is the difference we got. So you see that whenever I have done lagged minus num, it showed me 0. Whenever it showed a change, whenever it was uneven, so it showed me either -1 or 1 or -1 and so forth. So I can do one thing. I can create a condition where if it is 0, I can say it has not changed. So the number compared to the previous number was the same, right? And in doing so, I am able to get the difference as 0. But if there is a change, if there is -1 or 1 or -1, it shows me that the number previous to it or prior to it was not the same, and hence the difference. So I'll take another CTE, I'll name it 3 as, and here I'm gonna do a case statement, right, to show how that logic would be. So I'll say case when if the difference is 0, then I'll say 1, else if the difference is 0, no, I'm taking back. If the difference is 0, then I'll say it's a 0, else it's a 1, and has a flag column. Okay, flag column. Okay, from CTE 2. Now let's run this CTE 3, and this is the flag that I've got. Now you can ask me, how can I separate what kind of columns and what kind of row, what kind of numbers are according to the flag given here? For that, again, you need to have a separate CTE, a separate column. Okay, and I'll show that again. Okay, you need to group it into, you need to have a grouping of those flags connected to the particular number that are repeating. So I'll do that again, and this time I'm gonna take another CTE. Mind you, I'm writing these CTEs for the ease of understanding for you guys, so that it's easy for you to understand how it is proceeding over and over. I can also write this in one go, or if you can try that out too, and post me in the comments below on this video. So what I'm gonna do is, the next step I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna have a running sum. I'm gonna use a window function sum and have a running sum for the flagged column. Okay, so sum flag over order by, I'll say ID as group flag. I think that will be a better name. From CTE 3. A lot of CTCs, and I hope this is fine with you guys. So I'll run the CT4, the new CT that I created, and I can see I have created a group that I would connect to a particular number that is repeating again and again. So, and this time that's the end of all the CTEs. Now I'm gonna work in this final CT, that is CT4, right? So I'm gonna do, so what do I need? I need the number that repeats more than 3 or more than 1 thrice, 3 or more than 3 times, right? So this is my objective, and as you can see, one is repeating thrice, the others aren't repeating. So I'm gonna write it as 1. So I'm gonna display the result for the 1, and I'm gonna come to that in a moment. So what do I need? I need the number. Okay. For the sake of convenience, I'm gonna show what I need. Okay, I need the number. I need the group flag. Okay. Okay. Then I need to have a count of the group flag. Okay. This is gonna give me how many numbers associated with a particular group are there in the flag. So, or I mean to say the particular how it groups a particular number according to the group and the count of it. Okay. So group flag count, okay, from my CT4. And then I'm gonna say group by num, comma, group flag. Okay, and I'm gonna run it. So I get the result. Like for 2, that came in the group flag of 3, it was repeated twice. For 1, that came under the group 0, it repeated thrice. And for another one that came under the group 2, it came once. And then for the number 2, which was under the group 1, it came for the count, had a count of 1. Okay, so just this is how it will come by order by. If I do order by, I mean not required to, but still I'll do an order by. Let's say num. Okay, and a group flag. I mean that's not necessary, but just for the sake of showing you how the result would look like. So you can see how the output would look like, but this is not what I want. I want the numbers that repeat continuously more than, sorry, my bad, thrice, than 3 times. Okay. Okay, the question was wrong, so I've rephrased it again. So this was the objective of what I was doing so far. Select group flag, count group flag, okay, from CT4. So this is what the answer is, but I want to have those numbers that repeated either 3 or more than 3 times. So after a group by, I'm gonna do having count group flag greater than equals to 3. I'm gonna run it. So yeah, but still the answer is incomplete. I just need this singular column. Okay, so I'm gonna just remove the other columns and let it be num as usual. So this is the final result I get. Okay, so there are a lot of variation to this question as well. If you are applying for a finance company, then maybe they'll ask, find the customers that made repeated fraudulent transaction more than 3 times or more than 5 times. Or let's say if you are applying for an interview at a Q-commerce company, they might ask, find the number of customers or those customers who might have made more than who might have had made purchases for 3 days or more continuously. So there are a lot of variations to this question, but the objective or the logic of this question remains the same. I hope this helps you a lot, and keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you next time. Till then, happy working. Thank you.